Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Friday, the 8th of November, 2024. Um, what can I say? I watched the news this morning, and on the weather, they said Basingstoke's had 18 hours of sunshine in the last 11 days. That's not very much, is it? Anyway, here's the synoptic at midnight last night, which is bringing that forward to lunchtime today, and very little changes, certainly in the south of the country. It's pretty much hanging on. This blocking high pressure is stopping all this Atlantic weather from getting anywhere near us. And we're just stuck again with low clouds, mist, poor visibility. So it's not a great prospect for today. I'm going to run this forward maybe 24, 48 hours, just to have a look and see what's actually coming our way over the weekend. Here's midnight tonight, lunchtime tomorrow. Again, the the high's still there. It's still 1024 over much of the UK. Into Sunday, we're starting to see this low pressure just south of Iceland starting to force the fronts through the sort of western reaches of the UK. And by Monday lunchtime, I think we might have a bit of a change. We might be able to see a bit better visibility, although the seclusion might still be an issue come Monday lunchtime. But yeah, that's it over the weekend. Let's move on then to the cloud cover. Extensive cloud cover with this high pressure. So there's nothing shifting it. Um, I can't see anything changing today. Very little rain around, although there's a lot of moisture in the atmosphere. It's a lot of dew on the ground. And if we run the forecast through, excuse me, there's a little bit of rain associated with those fronts out to the west, but it's not going to get anywhere near us, I don't think. The Odium TAF is saying 0808 knots, greater than 10K visibility. I'm not quite sure about that. Overcast at 900 feet with a 30% chance that between now and 10 o'clock, down to 5 kilometers in haze. That's more like it. Scattered at 500 feet with a 30% chance in the afternoon from about 1 o'clock through until dark. At least few at 900 feet and broken at 1500 feet. Farnborough, they're showing 0906 knots, 8 kilometers visibility, broken at 1200 feet, with a 40% chance between now and 12 o'clock, broken at 800 feet, and then a 30% chance that between now and 11 o'clock down to 4 kilometers in mist, with a 30% chance in the afternoon between 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock tonight. 10 kilometers visibility were broken at 1600 feet. So spot winds then to the north of us, 1,000 feet, 110 degrees, 10 knots. To the south of us, 110 degrees, 15 knots. And looking at windy, I've selected about 1 o'clock this afternoon at Lasham, and it's showing 6 knots east, or from the east. It's pretty much going to be easterly all day, and the local forecast confirms that. So 6 to 5 knots up until about the end of the afternoon. They're showing overcast all day, very little chance of rain. Temperatures a bit down on what we've had recently, so 8 centigrade throughout most of the day, and the humidity is still up in the high 80s. So there's going to be a lot of moisture hanging around in there. GFS then, excuse me, showing 10 to 11 degrees centigrade today, which is a little bit higher than the local forecast. And they reckon that dew point's going to be down about 8. The Lasham weather station still isn't up and running, but the cameras are. This was about just after 10 to 9 this morning. Lots of low cloud, a little bit of a gentle easterly flow to the air. And if we have a look at SkySight, they're quite optimistic that after lunchtime the cloud base could be high enough to winch launch into. But of course, with that moisture hanging around underneath it, it's still going to be very poor visibility. So have to keep an eye on that, and we'll make a decision nearer the time. Top Meteo showing something similar in the Lasham area. This is 9 o'clock, and they're showing clouds certainly below 1,000 feet there. And as we run through to lunchtime, it's slightly improving, but it's still cloud below 2,000 feet throughout the whole day. No TAMs then. We have quite a lot of fireworks going on this evening, so a fair few of those are to do with fireworks. But the relevant ones are number 12 at Whitepool. There's paragliders going to be flying there today. 19 is your usual Barton Stacey live firing. 20 is Thursley. They've got these parachute flares that they're firing throughout the day and night. And 24 is Ash Ranges. Delta 132 is active as per normal. So let's move on then to the airfield briefing, and we'll start with the usual ODM cross section. It's a lovely day above 2,000 feet. There's very little in the way of cloud being forecast there, but we've just got this low sort of layer cloud, this strata right across overcast, right across the whole day, right up until and beyond the hours of darkness. So not brilliant there. Again, gentle easterly airflow, no weather warnings, and the temperature down at about 8, 9 centigrade. Not very encouraging, I know. So the flying list on the website looks like this, which basically equates to two K21s on booked flying with instructional flying. There's a K21 booked by a club member. There's one on the casual list. Trial lessons have been cancelled. There's a K13 on booked flying and one K13 available, and of course there's availability on the single seaters SH2, 3, 6, and 8. Nobody on the casual list today, and the simulator is available as per normal. Movements expected in. They've been trying to get these in here all week. So a couple of A320s around about 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock or just after. They'll be hoping to get in. We'll keep an eye on that and liaise with 2XL. The general situation is there's a high pressure over Europe that's blocking the Atlantic fronts that are trying to get in. We've got light easterly winds, low cloud. It's unlikely to break up going by the forecast. We're going to set up on runway 09 if we do go out. We'll put the cables on the boom to the south side. Gliders will operate off the hard. Landing on the grass, which is wet and soft, but it's most definitely usable at the moment. But please do not use wheel brakes unless it's absolutely necessary. And of course, this is classic misting canopy weather. It's if we do go out, it's another issue that we're going to have to contend with. Reminder of buggies and seated passengers only. We're not insured for anybody on the flatbed at the rear, and please do not land or taxi on the disused runways, which are shown here in red. There's a lot of rubble on them, and it causes damage to the gliders. So if we do go out today, the airfield setup will be launch point vehicle just to the north of the centre line, air towing to the north, winch launching to the south, both off the hard and landing on the grass. So that's it from me today. I shall no doubt see you at some point in the club room, and we can discuss the weather further there. Thanks for listening in.